Previously on Predict the Six. Jen's handicap on my game meant that I could only get a maximum of 2 points last week instead of 3. I managed to grab 1 thanks to St Mirren Colts defeating Stirling Albion. So that's what I'm going to go for, St Mirren Colts to win against Stirling Albion. Jen, on the other hand, she had the chance of all 3 points last week, but like me, ended up with just the 1, this time thanks to Inverness Cali Thistle.
Inverness is going to win this one. I'll get some points.
So that puts the points total so far on Jen with 5 points and myself on 6 points. So here we are back again for yet another episode of Predict the Six, and as usual we're here with our famous Costa employee Jenny. Costa reppin'. Now, as per usual, Jenny, you always do a like target. You've been sitting on very low in the last few weeks. Are you going to up the ante this week, knowing that the last 2 episodes have hit 100 likes each?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'd just like to thank everybody who has been supporting these videos. It's just mad because my videos never get these amount of likes. Like, I don't know what fame's like.
Subscribe to Jenny.
Thanks. So this week I'm just gonna jump out of the ship and say, let's get 90 likes.
Jump out of the ship. Is that just a weird wee thing you wanted to go with there?
And I push your granny off a bus, but you can jump off the ship.
What a load of shit, man. Right, so what did you say, 90 likes?
90 likes.
90 likes, right. Jump out the ship and get 90 likes for us, please, lads. Do your thing. Jump out the ship. So the last few weeks I've been going first, but I do insist this week that you go first, dear. Let's go for it.
Well, if you haven't seen last week's episode, I had all my statistics and I thought I'd done quite well.
She did her research last week. I'll commend her for it.
However, tonight I spent about an hour and a half doing college homework, so we're just getting little snappy ones tonight.
She's not done as much research this week, put it that way.
No.
She's probably went to the full-time scores of every game, screenshotted them, so that she had a wee... Oh, look, I didn't see you do it.
My first fixture will be playing tonight on the Friday. It's Arbroath versus Partick Thistle. Now, last week Arbroath was playing Dundee United at Dundee United and it was a draw with no goals, but Arbroath won 4-3 on penalties.
Because it was a cup game, of course.
Yes. Whereas Partick Thistle was playing at Montrose and Partick Thistle won 2-0.
Who scored?
Joe.
Joe Cardle scored the opening goal. So who is your winner in this game, Jenny?
Well, just because, well, as I said, Partick Thistle won 2-0 and Arbroath won
4-3 on penalties.
4-3. Just for that extra 2 goals that Arbroath scored, I'm going to say that Arbroath's going to win. Sorry, Joe.
I've got the perfect wee gift for you here, Jenny. Perfect. Fits the occasion. Dick Campbell, you know.
Okay, I'll keep it on.
Suits her, doesn't it? And Arbroath win for Jenny then. Is that right?
Aye. Bring on the action.
So my first one is going to be orientated around Fort William winning their first league game in 880 days or something like that. I think we need a round of applause for Fort William, Jenny, because outstanding stuff. I mean, they've not won a game in so long, a league game that is, of course. They won a couple of cup games so far this season, but they've never really won a league game in so long. It's been over 2 years and it's outstanding to see them finally win a league game. However, it was against Clachnacludden, which is the only other team in the Highland League to also have not won a league game so far this season, and they only beat Clachnacludden. That's him.
Scottish, you know,
Clachnacludden. They only defeated them 1-0, and Fort William's next opponents is Buckie Thistle, who sit second in the Highland League, have only lost 1 game so far and have won 7 out of the 8 played, and obviously have been scoring far more goals than the teams down the bottom of the league, like your Fort Williams and... Good effort. Clachnacludden. So it's pretty obvious what I'm going to go for here. Fort William couldn't really buy a win for love nor money in recent years, pretty much. So unfortunately, Fort William are not going to continue their winning run, and it's going to be stopped this weekend by Buckie Thistle.
So my next fixture is Dundee versus Alloa. Now, in Ben's notes before I actually looked at the statistics, I had Dundee to win. However, Last week, Alba were playing Dunfermline and Alba won. We won't mention anything else. And Dundee, you were playing Elgin City and Dundee lost.
Which is outrageous, by the way.
Before I seen these fixtures, I said Dundee were going to pump Alloa. They lost against Elgin City. I'm going to say that Alloa is going to actually win this.
Dundee should be doing better. And I couldn't believe when I seen that Dundee actually lost to Elgin City at the Kilmarnock Stadium at Dens Park last weekend. I just simply couldn't believe it. James McPake is just not doing the job at Dundee as it stands right now. He may end up doing the job that he expects to do by getting Dundee promoted eventually this season, but
this is how I see it. Right?
Right.
So my scale is this table, 1 we're a Celtic and that are. Right? Entire league. Interleaguable.
So you see Dundee having back-to-back relegations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wouldn't put a bet on it, but you know, what do I know?
So my second fixture is going to be a less controversial pick, and it's going to be Ayr versus Dundee United, and I'm very sorry, Ayr United fans, but Lawrence Shankland is probably most likely going to come back to haunt you in this fixture. I predict he'll score, I predict Dundee United are going to win, and it really is that simple for me. Yes, they did get beat from Arbroath on penalties last weekend in the Cup, but when it comes to the league, Dick Campbell, of course, that was what that wee thing was about. Well done, very clever. But I just don't see Dundee United slowing down anymore in the league and just going full canter and probably creating quite a gap at the top of the league. Here she goes, another ladder. What's this one now?
It's our table, right?
Our table. Promotion for Dundee United. What a clever clogs you are, eh? You're brilliant. You are brilliant.
My last one is Montrose versus East Fife. Now, as we covered, Montrose lost to Partick Thistle, and East Fife actually won against Forfar. However, I'm just going to go with a bow and draw for this one. I feel like I need to get in a draw somewhere, so this is my draw.
Not very much analytic stuff there, just...
It'll be better next week and I've got more time on my hands.
Right. I don't agree with Jenny, but she wants to fit in a draw somewhere, so...
Everyone's opinion matters.
She really is philosophical when it comes to her thoughts.
Don't know what that means.
So my next one is Kilmarnock versus Hibernian. Now I'm going to the Edinburgh Derby next weekend, and if Paul Heckingbottom doesn't sort out Hibs' form going into that game, then his guts will be for garters if he ends up losing the derby. I don't see him sorting it out, pretty much. That's going to be my thoughts on it. Kilmarnock, obviously they didn't have the best of starts to the season. They lost in European football. No a great start to the league either, but they did get a win recently in the league under Angelo Alessio before the international break, and I see them winning again. The fact that it's at Rugby Park as well will probably give them an extra edge on top of that, and I see it being a Kilmarnock win and Hibs to go into the derby with Paul Heckingbottom having even more pressure put on him. So there's our thoughts. Now on to the handicapping. We've done this for weeks now. As always, the rules to every single handicap are in the description below. She's taking the bunt off, it's getting serious. She wants to win points here. So now, let's get into the handicapping. What game of mine are you choosing to handicap?
I'm going to handicap Bucky Thistle versus Fort William.
Right.
Because I feel like the only is up for Fort William.
You've got so shit logic for putting handicaps on games. You're meant to be handicapping the games that are definitely expected to happen. Which, by the way, Bucky Thistle will beat Fort William. So you are doing it right, but your logic is pish.
So let me get my point right. Even if Bucky Thistle do win and he gets set pieces don't count, right, that means Fort William won if both the goals are set pieces. So if it's like 2-1, Fort William would have won now. I've got this in the bag.
Spin it. Your winner receives -1 goal. So that means that Bucky Thistle start this game -1. So it's basically 1-0 to Fort William going into it, which is probably the biggest advantage that they could possibly get in this game because they are going to get pumped. So let's just wait and see on that one. So my handicap is going to be on because you said Alloa were going to win, it was going to be the Dundee Alloa game, but now you're saying Alloa are going to win, and I just don't think that's going to happen. So I'll just handicap here Arbroath v Partick Thistle one, because Arbroath have surprised a few teams this season. So I'll try and handicap that and see if it does me any favours. Let's spin the wheel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set piece goals don't count. So, if any goals are scored in this game that are set pieces, if Arbroath score from a set piece, then goal doesn't count. So that's it for this week's episode of Predict the Six, guys. Cheers for watching. What did you put your like target as? 90?
90 likes.
90 likes. Let's hit it. What was your analogy?
Jump off the ship.
Jump off the ship and get 90 likes. Whatever. Comment down below your predictions for the ones that we've predicted and any games you're going to this weekend. And subscribe for more of this type of content. Until the next video, which will be the vlog for Dunfermline versus Inverness tomorrow. I'll see you then. Cheers, guys.
And like always, I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye!